On today's episode of Watch Jericho, we are here with my 2005 Porsche Boxster that was very cheap and a car ninja. What is going on, guys? I am Watch Jericho, and like I said, I'm here with the car ninja and my cheap Porsche Boxster so he can do an inspection on it. And we also have some goodies for it. We did a little trunk or treat and pulled out all of this mow tool so we can get some fresh fluids in it. Who knows the last time they were done. Yep. I mean, we don't really have any service records, but I did find out more good info. The last guy that owned it was a pilot. I mean, it's a Porsche. It's a stereotype. It's a stereotype for a reason. I think he was a pilot for American Airlines, and he owned the car for like 3 years, and all of the owners have owned it for a long time, so they've all kind of taken care of it and put miles on it. So that's our goal for today, is to take care of it and see what it needs. And it needs to be ready to go to Eureka Springs and rip up some hills for a little bit. Cool. So we're gonna jump in here, get it up in the air, and do a real inspection on the car. Auto lights. So I didn't look at much when I bought this car. Obviously, it was a crazy deal. The cheapest one that's probably for sale anywhere right now at $9,000. But it does have 200,000 miles on it. Wow. So we're gonna take a quick look here.
It's clean.
It honestly does seem really clean for the mileage. Like, you can tell that they definitely tried to take care of it. Oh, an oil leak.
It's super clean. Usually the valve covers will pour by now.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't see anything.
Nah, it's like dry. Good thing is you don't have to mess with the IMS bearing on this.
Oh, this is an IMS car, actually. Well, but people say, so Rob says that it's going to fail any moment now. He says that like it should fail today. And then the guys I bought it from were like, if it hits 200,000 miles, it's not going to break.
No, it won't.
So
actually, you cannot even do it because the bearing is bigger than the hole that comes out.
Yes, so you have to pull the whole engine apart to do this IMS. Yes.
There is a kit, but I don't think you need it. I mean, if you didn't need it this long, you get.
I'm hoping you guys are right, and I'm reserving judgment for when Rob's right. Cartridge oil filter under here, plastic housing. All the underbody panels are still on it, which is crazy.
It's been taken care of. I mean, you got good brakes, good discs, good tires up front.
I feel a little bit of a clunk from the suspension sometimes. I do wonder if the front shocks might be going. But like the sway bar bushings look good, and the control arm bushings.
The shocks, they're original.
Original?
Yeah.
Wow.
This one has a leak.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah.
I thought it was coming from that side.
Yeah, right there.
Oh yeah, it's all over, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I see the oil all over the base. And the top, the sway bar bushing, I don't know if that's coming from the shock, but it looks a little wet, like the grease has come out of it. And it feels tight, doesn't it?
Nope, it's tight.
Okay. Well, that's good news. Mm-hmm. This drain hose here, this overflow hose has fallen off. Put that back on. Perfect. It sure does sound great. It's got that Porsche sound. And then the other fun thing I've noticed is it has drift stitches on the front bumper from...
Nice.
They did a good job. They drilled symmetrical holes.
Yeah, I would probably change and put some... Yeah, this one is wet too. This shock.
Both?
Yeah.
Driver's side shocks.
Yes, so I'll probably just put some Bilsteins in it, some B6s.
Yeah.
Make it stiff.
Cool. Well, that's better than I expected.
Honestly,
I thought there were going to be a lot of bad bushings, but like these control arms look pretty solid.
Tires, they're brand new, so I'll just change your fluids and that's it.
Cool. Well, transmission fluid. We got to pull this cover.
Yeah, it's super easy. Yeah, you have to take this cover. You cannot even see the drain plugs in it.
Well, I will pull those off real quick, and we'll get busy changing things. We're going to do engine oil, transmission, and I brought brake fluid. I'd love to change it. We'll see if we actually do. What do you think? $9 grand, worth it or not?
As clean as it is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, time for me to start wrenching.
Cool. Have at it.
All right, let's take a look at this oil. I know we all want to know what it's going to look like. Unfortunately, it is going to be very hot. Things I'm not excited about here. This thing has been driven to Cars and Coffee, lunch with the crew. Honestly, this oil looks pretty solid to me. No glitter. I should have put a magnet in there. I know the Porsche guys always put a magnet in there for the IMS inspection, but I don't see anything weird coming out. I don't see any glitter in the sunlight. That is a huge breath of fresh air. I'm less worried about this car already. No idea when the last oil change was done, so I had to do it immediately. Obviously, I've only driven the car a couple times since I bought it, just because I didn't want to put a bunch of miles on it before we did this oil change. Oil looks great. I think we're home free. Let me find the crush washer. It either fell in there or it's still in the engine, and put this thing back together. Also, they didn't even over tighten the oil drain plug. Incredible. Filter inspection. The one nice thing about cartridge filters.
This is spotless.
Perfect. When the sun was reflecting off it while it was in there, I thought I saw like a hint of metal, and I was like, oh no.
But it did not need the oil change. I mean, it's pretty dark.
It was, somebody either changed the oil and didn't reset the service indicator, or it's at its service.
It's service, yes.
Yeah, it's at service too. More good news on the Boxster. Everything's coming up green, which is awesome. And we're gonna swap out the crush washer, put this all back together. It should be done in just a moment. The crush washer's in there, isn't it? It sure looks like it is. I was gonna grab a pick. Perfecto! Thank you, senor.
See you way.
Ooh. Found the dirt. So it looks like you have to pull, yeah, those two as well.
Yep.
Oh, do you have to pull this entire?
No. What I do, I just take all those 4 screws.
These ones?
And just pry it down.
And then pry it down?
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you have a stubby like this?
Yes, this impact is amazing. You want to know what's not amazing? This is true life facts. I bought this Surge 1/4-inch hex, which is M18, and I wanted it because it's quieter. It actually doesn't hit as hard, but it's really cool. It's got a nice new body and it's quieter, and it runs on M18. And I probably used it twice, and the spring that holds the hex retainer in uncoiled itself, and it no longer holds any hex stuff in. Literally using it like twice.
It's like 5-year warranty though.
It is. They're going to replace it for sure. But my M12 one has never had a problem with like thousands of hours. Dude, I beat that thing to death. And this one's a tank.
I'll go grab a pry bar.
Pry bar?
Yeah.
Pry bar right here. Don't tell anybody. Got it. Secret pry bar. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. But this one needs it. There it goes.
A little bit more.
There you go. There it goes.
Yeah, I do this all the time.
Nice. The secret method. I don't know what that is.
Special socket though.
Very special socket. Learn something new every day.
Yeah.
There's a special socket for changing transmission fluid on a Boxster. It's a triple square 16 millimeter with a security hole in it. Insane. We actually were looking for the drain plugs, and they all actually show their 10 millimeter hex, which is what the internet says they are. And I got up under here and we started looking at it, and that is 100% not 10 millimeter hex or Torx. It is triple square with a hole in it. And you have to have that for the fill plug and the drain plug. So Johnny and I did what everybody else would have done, and we tried to start drilling through the triple square. And of course it's forged steel or something like that.
It's tempered.
Tempered. It just immediately would not drill. So we got a start in it, and that was the end. So we're putting it back together. Transmission fluid, another day. And a couple seconds later, Johnny found the tool in his shop, looking through some more toolboxes. Look at that, a triple square with a hole in it. And it is a
blue point.
Yep, it says 3816, but it is a 16 millimeter. So now, for the fun part, as you guys know, make sure the fill plug comes out before the drain plug.
And they're tight.
Wow, that's tight. Came out. We're good. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the fill plug out. It's right in front of the CV, and we can do the drain plug. So Johnny and I did a quick little check, stuck my finger in the oil, and the oil looked new. So here's the real test. When we drain it, does the gear oil look new? Here you go. Brand new. Whoa! And just like that, we've got it all refilled with the Motul Gear 375 W90. That's the spec for this thing. Now it's time to pour in some of their 5 W40 over here. So Johnny already filled up a big bottle so we can fill it all at once. You can see everything's cleaned up underneath there. Maybe you can, I don't know. We tried to clean everything up, but with the tray back on, it's a little tough to see. This thing is serviced. So we're gonna fill up the oil, and really all that's left here is clearing the airbag light after we see what it is. I think it's just a loose connection like everyone says, and clearing the service indicator so it doesn't show up every time I start the car. This car has been very well taken care of. Johnny and I both noticed. I mean, when there's new gear oil in the thing, nobody changes their gear oil. That's just, it's pretty unheard of. So I was kind of mind blown once nice clean gear oil came out. So one really interesting thing, I had no idea, on the Boxster oil fill, it has a spring-loaded funnel that pops up when you pull the cap out.
Makes it easy though.
Yeah, super interesting. They even built you this big old container for you to spill oil in. It keeps it out of the trunk for you.
Well, try changing the coolant reservoir.
Oh, I bet.
Oh,
it looks like a nightmare. I think everybody's gonna love a new scent I'm trying out personally. It's called Motul Gear 300. It's in my hair and kind of all over me on my shoes. So we'll see. I'm gonna get some feedback on the street and just see how people like it. You know what they say, gear oil is one of the best smells ever, right?
Yeah. My wife is gonna be so happy.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
With gear oil all over you?
Yeah.
Oh man, they love that. All right, so we finally got some codes here. Some codes on almost every module, which is hilarious. Let's see what's going on. Knock sensor 1. Interesting. It doesn't seem like it's missing, so I wonder if it's actually no repair data. Passenger airbag off, open circuit, short circuit to ground. So that's the one that's setting the light, the one light we have on the dash. We're gonna clear that. Comm gateway, voltage supply below limit, blah, 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 blah. None of this matters. Door H button. What is door H button?
Every single Porsche has that code.
Do
Nobody
they?
knows, yes.
Huh. Inner SH stroke.
Yep. So it has something to do with the door handle. Or,
Okay, okay. Door handle button. Ah, but this doesn't have keyless go or anything. Oh.
Yeah, but I bet you it's the latch itself.
There's a code for number plate light? Does it even know? I don't think it knows. And then right seat heater has a code, but it works. They both work perfectly. Yeah, let's just hit the button. Goodbye codes. Goodbye airbag code. That's what I'm excited about. Service interval written. So we just reset the oil life. I guess we can start it up, see if there's an airbag code anymore. If I can reach the key on the wrong side.
Cycle.
Yep, I know it's not removed. Seatbelt. Still have the airbag code, unfortunately. After clearing the codes 3 times, we got the codes cleared. Finally, no more airbag light. It looks like we're good to go. All right, man, thank you so much. We have resolved all of the Porsche issues in one day. No more service indicator, no more airbag light.
Yeah.
Time to go
Enjoy the
drive.
weather.
Dude, I haven't had to put the top up for 2 days now.
That's good.
Took it to breakfast yesterday and here today. So now I gotta fix this. And it needs a radio, because the radio doesn't work. We are getting the cheap Porsche sorted out, and soon it should have no issues. Until I go put the radio in and then somehow it resets the airbag code. You know it's gonna happen.
We'll clear it again.
We'll clear it again. All right, thanks man.
See ya.
Have a good one. We're all done. I'm heading out to drive the Boxster, put some miles on it today and enjoy it. But you guys know the drill. Huge shout out to the Car Ninja, and head on over to German Motor Works in Wichita if you have Porsche, BMW, Mercedes, stuff like that, Audi. You know, he works on pretty much all the German cars, European stuff. Huge shout out to Johnny for helping me out today, letting me use a lift. That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop.watchjairgo.com for cool shirts just like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. And I will talk to you next time. $9 grand. Not a light on the dash. Unbelievable.